Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Latin Empire in Results 4, where we're sort of about to bounce in Egypt. So I was having a quick look, and look at this. Kawaz certainly would not join, and well, only Azerbaijan would join, and that has a few benefits for me, surprisingly enough. Since Azerbaijan and Egypt have about the same amount of troops as me, but I also have a certain other thing on my side, Poland and Lithuania. So in a few months, after say Poland's dealt with the rebels, which seems to be about now, I'm just gonna go for it and declare for what should I declare for? Which area? Damishk, I can't. So either way, he's equal in tech to me. Presumably will remain that way. I haven't really got any issues with that. So, if I declare for... should I declare for Hammer? It's a 31 development province after all. This is all in general quite nice land, actually. So Egypt must be trying to compensate for his loss. So, Azerbaijan, I'm not going to make a co-belligerent because he's calling the rum in city of Vyatka. And so on. Anyway, we are declaring now for Hammer. So I'm going to take the game speed down. One thing, I did have a competent navy now, or a large navy at least. So I'm going to move these troops up immediately. And I am not going to dedicate a massive amount to dealing with Azerbaijan, but I'm going to be dedicating enough to crush Egypt, enough to hurt Azerbaijan's advances. So, speed 3 it is. Now I have 100,000 dedicated to Egypt. And I'm not going to dedicate that many to Azerbaijan at the moment, who is not anywhere near my borders. He has got this very good leader and this large army, but that's mainly infantry. So anyway, let's already look at what the prospects of our advance would be. Because I want this entire region here, and that's 85 war score, and look at the aggressive expansion. It's a massive amount of land in terms of what it is valued at. So I'm going to move you to Hammer. And well, it's going to require a fair bit of effort. But guess who's coming down to help? They're both extremely loyal. And let's drive the Egyptian navy here back away. I just need to get to the Aegean before he gets to out. No, he's going to get out of there because I have heavy ships and he's only light ships. So they are in mountains. Let's roll a leader. That is very much good. And because it's my fort, they'll be the ones getting the penalty. So, it should be 40,000 with a significant advantage. For me, versus about 32,000. If he does bring up more, it could turn into a disadvantageous fight, but I should still have a mountains bonus. So both are there. If I were to send both in now, 17th and 13th, hold you out for a few days. About now. 16th, one more. Come on, there. So they'll all arrive right on at the same time. So 40,000 versus 33,000. Note he's pulling back. And he has the ability to do so by a day. Phew, for him. But yeah, he definitely does not want to engage, it seems. And I can't exactly blame him. And anyway, once Damascus has fallen, an advance into Egypt's heartland should be relatively easy. Now, this is guaranteeing me the rest of 2 full states, and then I want to take 1 full state after that. But I cannot take that next state as of the moment, and it will be quite a while till I can. So what sort of coalition would this gather me? In short, a massive one. Of the most of the Middle East. So let's use some diplomats. I've got one in Urbino. Wait, what? Oh yeah. Don't need you right now, I'll be honest. Let's focus on getting you out of that coalition prospect. Azerbaijan has equal tech. That's not good, but it's acceptable. For the matter, let's punish them a bit, actually. Now, Azerbaijan's barely going to be able to do anything. Because Kars is within a zone of control, it's mountains, and if I defend there, I hammer him. Lock in, lock in. Weird to be defending in the mountains. Lithuania, do not. Throw it away. So that should pummel the Azerbaijan army. And by the looks of it, it's doing it quite significantly. So we win that. No doubt. And now it's just the slow waiting game in Egypt. So my fleet here, he is going to lose most of his fleet, hopefully. Which is out of 30 ships, mainly transports. And I think we can go to speed 3, it looks like it's quite safe to do so. Oops. And I will start converting some of these, because I can. Greek to Greek. How much separatism does this have? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I took those pretty recently now I think about it. And that costs a living fuckton, as does that. This doesn't, though. So I'm going to try and keep the costs relatively low. Poland is already doing what I want up there. Egypt just doesn't seem to want to fight. Which should enable a rather rapid advance into the area of Egypt itself, from the Levant. Now, taking these areas here might make them worth making to states down the line. So their little fleet there is going to just get hammered. Azerbaijan I might be able to break a bit more. And I do have interests in Azerbaijan land here. In fact, it's 2 provinces, I believe. So I might take those during this war, or try to. Ooh, it looks like the Polish want to fight them, quite significantly in fact. Yeah, the Poles are quite able to handle themselves by the looks of things. Definitely able to. Development of iron working. Nice, nice. Jesus Christ, where did that next set of shit come from? I personally do not know, but that definitely shows Azerbaijan is still not a thing that shouldn't be messed with. Might want to dedicate more troops there now, in fact. And the Poles are now fighting there, and I have 20,000 on the way to help them there. 20th of March. 21st, actually. Boom. And Azerbaijan said, you know what, this isn't worth it, we're pulling back. Lovely. Lithuania down here has to deal with a lot of Azerbaijan, but I should be able to assist them in cracking down on the Azerbaijan homeland to at least an extent. The Egyptians here are not giving in, or don't want to, I think, yet. Also, how much is this going to cost in terms of, yeah, it's going to cost a fair bit, but not a massive amount due to them not being states. They're just territories. So, this year, have they given access to Azerbaijan? They do hate them, and no, they have not. So that means this army now is trapped down here, and that is quite advantageous for us. And Jesus Christ, is this battle still going? Why? Give them what they want. Yeah, I'll take a small power hit. Yeah, he's not going to dare to attack either side there. I have to keep an eye on both fronts though, so fun. Now if I take these two provinces, Theodora and Kaffa, or Kaf, I'm not sure if it's Kaffa or Kaf, it might be pronounced either way, because I know there's silent A's and things sometimes. I could take Crimea as well, and this. It would be quite the significant gain in terms of land, or development rather, to take that eventually. But I could also in turn go beyond our historical borders. Poland is coming to help. We've just won the siege of Damascus. He's moving about. Let's advance our army suitably. As you can see, Poland has definitely helped us enough there. And we held up quite well. So he's definitely murking up, I'm not going to even doubt that. He still wants a ton of land, and he's never going to get any of it. Now, if I wanted, once I've got some of this down here, I could try expanding my holdings of the east further than historically went. Say, Mesopotamia here. And with that significant gain in terms of land, I could try a lot of gains in terms of land. In comparison to what happened historically anyway. Get into Manan. Now they're dedicating their full forces, but Lithuania does have 30,000 at home. Not sure why, but they do. So, yeah, Egypt should be having issues. Now, Manan is actually a port, which is mildly annoying, because it's going to delay us even more, but, well, it is what it is. Now, if I can get you down to there, I can start sieging that. And I will eventually start expanding my holdings of the east a bit. He's going for this again. Poland's going to probably join in. I would personally want these forts here to fall. Poland will join in, I'm almost certain. Jesus Christ, yeah he did, but those losses initially were horrible. And then his losses were horrible. Fucking hell. Look at that. Poland's leader's very good in the fire phase, especially. The Azerbaijanis are going to have reinforcements, no doubt, but will they be able to hold? Well, they just did get hammered again. And they're still getting hammered even though they rolled better. Then, yeah, we're winning in pretty much all casualties here. And that is not going to be a loss. We just have the morale and discipline to just overcome. The Polish are definitely the ones that win that there. Look at those losses. They lost so many cannons. My troops are definitely depleted after that, but my manpower reserve is massive. It will hold very easily, even with losses like that. And for the matter, Poland's going to go back to sieging that just fine. So I'm going to blockade this in, because that would actually speed up their siege here. And this is going to make Azerbaijan very tempting for others to target right now. For the matter, I can wait with Egypt. I can wait easily. Now, if I were to go further east, I'm not sure what the borders would be. I want them to look nice, definitely. Poland's got 40,000 up here. I'm totally the only one in Egypt, but Azerbaijan is practically no threat with them up there. Armenia just fell, that is very good. I'm now going to go and take the Azerbaijan capital. Do you have any cores, mate? Yeah, he has a core in Dagestan, so I could give that away as well. Now, if I make his capital fall, he should definitely want out of the war very quickly. Then again, they're just going to attack again. This time, my troops are pretty heavily depleted. They can't handle it, but they're definitely not totally useless. Considering Azerbaijan's like, oh, we'll attack this again. But I should definitely pull these back to my homeland to fully regain their strength, I guess. Now, meanwhile, Egypt is probably just going to be a slow fall to take. Now, this is the rest of Syria we're talking about. And I could, if I wanted to go over 100%, go and take Judea. Well, Jerusalem as well. But really, at this point in time, it is not compatible with what I can do. Because it would kill my nation, in effect, for a time. And it looks like he's trying to pursue that army even so. I'll keep pulling back into Erzurum. They should be quite safe there. So the massive focus on Azerbaijan is probably going to put them out of the war quite quickly. I mean, they'd even be like, oh no, we don't want to be in this. Now these are the provinces here. Look at the aggressive expansion. It's mad. And that's 56 alone. Now, I can't take these, and I won't. But I can piece them out right now and just get him out of the war. Which is probably to my advantage. I'll take all your money. Novgorod. Wait, what? He can release Novgorod, which is a chunk of his nation. Well, I'll just take a bunch of money then from Azerbaijan. Which is relatively alright. Egypt stands no hope of winning here. Yeah, Azerbaijan, I would recommend focusing on a certain thing called Ukraine, who's a massive, colossal, frigging piece of shit. So he's at war with Egypt, Rum, and the Gurids. So this is pretty much the war. Look at that. Kawaz might get a bit of a hammering from the Gurids. And Egypt's apparently in on the war as well, apparently. Now, I'm not going to cut them off entirely, I'm just going to take a fair chunk of land. Oh, right then, Egypt, if you want to be like that. Yeah, I have a feeling Egypt is going to be slightly annoying because of this. The 12th, they're not going to hold out, are they? Pull back. Wait, they can't... If you're telling me they can't retreat, I'm going to be mildly annoyed? Yeah, you have to... What the fuck? Oh my god, it arrived in time. Come on then, you little shits. Come and fight me. Come on. Yeah, that's right, you're going to be fighting a large amount of Latin troops who are slightly annoyed with your little pissy Egyptian ways of being annoying. Hammer the Egyptians? Yes, please. They took heavy casualties in comparison to us. This here is going to have to fall, soon at least. Oh, they go in for this again. Really, Egypt, really. And anyway, I'm going to go over the regular time, since I can, and I mean this now, I can record for a while. I'm just not positive if I'd be able to get the extra time that I am currently... Well, I'm not sure if I have enough for 40 minutes, but I have enough for 30 minutes, is what I mean. Egypt is almost certainly murked up. Alright, let's go for it. All of them in. We are going to hammer these living fucks to hell. I mean, with no leader, that army there's holding up relatively well. With this arriving, they should be dead. Pretty much. Nope, they're going in as well. This is a big battle. And let me guess, I just rolled very well, and that just hurt them a lot. Casualties are slightly in their favour, though, due to earlier rolls. Okay, how do I redistribute you lot? I need this to fall, and I have to make Egypt less eager to fight, which is going to take a fair bit of time. Now, Poland and that, I am not sure what they're doing as of yet. Do it, I dare you. Once this falls, that should cut them off from retreating and going out from here, so if I beat them then, it should be a relatively good battle in that it pushes them into Arabia, which is much easier to handle. And for the matter, I should go and grab my fleet and move it down to blockade this area here to make it faster. Okay, let's pull the troops in, and this is going to become one hell of a bloody battle for each side. Especially him. He just lost about equal, but it was mainly infantry. But that's all he mainly has, is infantry. Send the most damaged one back. I think that's the most damaged one. So these are where all my casualties are coming from now. He's still not going to give up, is he? Once this is taken, it will inhibit his mobility around the place. And he's probably murked up very heavily. Gaza has fallen. So he's now going to probably promptly retreat away. I have just taken part of Jerusalem. So I'm going to sit in Sine and here. He's now very much limited in where he can go. He's becoming a little more responsive to the current demands. Egyptian military strength, you what, mate? That's laughable. Occupied and besieged provinces. He's going to lose a lot of land then before he comes to his senses, is it? Now, what else is there to think about here? First of all, once Egypt has lost more land, look at this, Azerbaijan's giving the Khawars a hell of a beating. Ukraine, as of the moment, is the 7th strongest great power, which is of concern to me. I do not like his current power. And for the matter, can I demand anything from you right now? Then again, it might trigger a massive coalition in the east, taking all of this. So, Rum, Khawars, Azerbaijan... Well, it's not massive, but still very large, and I would prefer not having it. I might be able to tame Khawars out of it, but that's very dependent. I don't see a reason to just get peasants right now. I just don't want to. So this place here needs to fall, and I have manpower. Move in, we're gonna get ready to assault. Go for it. Let's see how this goes. We'll probably just lose all of the infantry and be like, oh well, that was a bad choice, wasn't it? But yeah, I'm using brute force here. Yeah, 2,000 a day versus 100. Oh god. Yeah, I made a mistake. I have no infantry. That just cost me 26,000. Fucking hell. I am never doing that again. Ever. Ever. Again. Assaulting forts. Not even once. Let's go there. So, this is the situation. I cannot assault that fort, and I am never going to do so ever again. Because they lost barely 700 men. I lost 26,000. That is not a good thing at all. It's a massive, massive deficit. So I'm just going to have to siege him out. For the matter, the Egyptian navy has appeared, and it's dead. Well, some of it is, including the heavy ships, which is good. So let's go and heal up our navy. And for the matter, what's this here? Lever cannon, combat width, and improved flanking range. Well, anyway, I should have just been patient with this. Once I've got all of this, like, taken, I will have a fleet over here, and that will eventually come around when I've built the Suez Canal. And then I only need one fleet to patrol both all of this, and maybe some of this. It's going to be a massive project when I do it, but it'll be very beneficial to how I can protect my eastern coast, which will be a small area of Egypt, and a significant area over here if I advance further. For the matter, I might update what my borders are wanted to be. So, if I were to update it, it'd look like this roughly. So, all of that as well would expand my borders to a important trading area here, and it does not look bad at all, and I think I can do that. So I might just about go and do it then. For future wars, we'll be going east as well. Not just south and then west, but east. Ooh. So how close is Egypt to wanting to give up? Not that close, and yeah, this is going to take a fair bit of time, isn't it? I mean, 48 war score, it's going up, but this just isn't going quickly, is it? Move in. We're going to get ready to siege their capital. And their capital's under siege. Haven't got that much longer now to record, but this should be alright. Cooperation, fantastic news, lovely. Now I could get an extra missionary and that could be helpful here, but not right now. So, look at this. It's gonna take forever if I ever want to form Rome. Well, my rank is already Empire, isn't it? Walls breached, bloody hell. They are getting hammered, but their walls are not falling. Well, they have fallen, but they're not going easily. What am I on? So let's go and blockade this up here. Try and get their fleet into a corner yet again. Jesus Christ, Kawaz is being battered about. Azerbaijan's being battered. Oh dear God, that is not very good at all. I shall be sending a army back over, but I can't. Poland senses it and he's like, nah, that ain't happening. So let's send you in to prolong the struggle, and then let Poland arrive and hopefully be able to... Yeah, it looks like it'll go alright even if Poland wasn't to join, but let's just say if we hit the Egyptians back now, they're going to be hurt and they're going all the way back down there, most likely. Damn those losses, though. Okay, I just clicked on it and it just vanishes, okay. Most damaged army here is the one with the leader. And oh, okay. That's not where you should retreat, but if you want to, sure. I can't go there. And Manan just fell. Oh dear, for you, you are fucked. Yeah, this is gonna get very close, isn't it? Hammer them. Hammer them. Roll better. Jesus Christ. My troops are doing like no damage because they're so depleted. All of you retreat back to our lands. We need to. Why is his enthusiasm gone up? Oh, is it because he's making gains or something now, isn't it? It's going to be that. The very depleted army is going over there. Oh, it might have been the fight. That must have been what it was. So, as I get closer and closer to... oh, come on! Can you, like, not? Cancel, cancel, cancel. Please cancel. I can't. And he backed off anyway, though. What? I guess the numbers of regiments alone would have been bad for him, but still. Anyway. %60 war score. I'm getting closer each day to winning permanently against the Egyptians now. Move 2 down to there. Now, Poland and that are doing a good job. I'm sieging his capital, which is a level 5 fort, sadly. Level 4 forts everywhere. How enjoyable. So, what's going to happen now is arguable, very debatable, on what could happen and what will happen. If Egypt were to focus on this, he might be able to enable them to effectively drag each other out and absolutely exhaust the Ukrainian kingdom. Actually, is it Ukrainian kingdom? Well, is it the kingdom of Ukraine or is it the empire? No, it's an empire. Or is it? Should have the same effects as my government, which is a empire. Yeah, he's an empire, alright. But he's not going to be one when I'm done with him. I plan to disassemble the Ukrainian empire. To be honest, when I have client states, I might go up there, take a whole chunk of land, give it all to client states, and then just release them as effectively a new empire. Well, not a new empire, but new kingdoms. Come on, let's go to speed 3, it's alright. So he's here with his full army, and that's the only thing he can do, is try to siege back land. Now I'm going to spread them out a little more, hopefully reduce attrition. If he's tempted into attacking, that's good for me in a sense. Now, once this here falls, which hopefully is going to be quite soon, hopefully, I'm actually going to send the other army there to speed it up. Oh no, he's just taken hammer. I should have just... Fuck. I was literally a day too late. Yeah, I'm going up there, and I'm going to kick your sorry military back into the Stone Age. You little fucking shit. Okay, you get to Acre. We're preparing for a full-blown offensive against the Egyptian fuckwits that just decided, you know what, we're going to be a day too quick for you. Oh boy, that's really annoying, that is. Hey, dipshit, guess what? You've pissed me off now. And guess what that means? I am going to obliterate you. Manpower's low though, so I have to be very careful with that. Well, by low I mean it's not a third filled, and that's still 44,000. And we've got the war goal right on back. And would you look at that, they want peace. What a shame. Goodbye. Egypt is no longer a valid rival. Well, isn't that a shame? Let's call all the provinces. So that's the entirety of Syria now under our control, and it's a lot of development for the matter. Either way, I've just about finished in time. I could have actually got 2 episodes in, but oh well, what a shame is it. So now, I want to cancel that trade embargo, which is the... I can't remember. Economy, revoke embargo at 28th. So who will I have as my new rival? I can only rival Sweden. They're my ally. I am not doing that. So that has propelled me by another 100 development. And made me even more prominent in the Middle East, definitely. Now with Egypt's large armies going up, that should definitely rebalance that war over there a bit in favour of them not losing as much as we want them to. Now, as a result of the current time, I'm going to take this right now and this right now. Let's bring our navy back quickly and get an upgrade and end the episode there. So, we're pretty strong. Let's send you there, because you can actually stand there. So the next like set of advances we're going to make is going to be Palestine, but we might also take this little province here when we can to enable our point to be made. Rum will cease to exist when we're done, which is very good for everyone. Threaten Wall, Romagna, they would take it, which is good, but also bad, because overextension. So I'm going to fabricate on the next province, which is Arezzo, and demand that. And I'll demand that when I can. Also leather cannons, because good. And it's time to end this very long and very fruitful episode. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time, where hopefully we'll be able to fully prepare for our next war, which will hopefully once again be against Egypt, and hopefully will once again screw them over. Because guess what? No one likes Egypt. And let's get our claim right now. We'll be taking the Holy Land of Jerusalem, which will give us a further few modifiers, which will have quite the effect. And really it just shows, just look at the progress we're making. We took massive chunks of land. Now, taking Jerusalem will also weaken Egypt's hold over a lot of things. So, either way, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye for now, and see you in the next episode.